This is Dee from Robots in Disguise, and our single Wake Up is out on April the 19th, so buy it. Help get us in the charts. Hiya!
Hiya, how are you doing? Yeah. So, how's the tour going? Is it going alright?
It's finished now. It finished on Friday. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it a good tour then? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really good. But I've totally sort of lost my voice now.
Oh, jeez. Too much singing, that's why.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a day off. So, yeah, so that was a bit of a problem, really.
Yeah, so what's your plans now? Are you going to do a new album, or?
We're halfway through we've kind of recorded about 6 songs and then we've written the rest. So that's why we did our pledge music fundraising sort of thing, because we kind of ran out of money to pay our producer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that going alright up to now with the pledge?
Yeah, I think we've raised about 10 grand, I think we've raised.
Wowza.
So that's really good, yeah.
Yeah. And did you, when you went on the tour, was any city that stood out? Was Newcastle good?
Newcastle was a good gig, actually, in spite of the fact that the venue was like a bit annoying. It was kind of like one of those ones where we were sort of like shivering downstairs in a back room till we went on stage. It wasn't like not amazing hospitality, but when we got on stage, like everyone there was just really fun. Like the audience was really good. I've kind of noticed that as well in Newcastle before. There's just that sort of energy there.
Yeah. Well, we do try, you know.
We want to have a good time, don't we?
Yeah, completely. Yeah. So what music are you into at the moment then?
At the moment, I don't know. I've been listening a lot to Amanda Blank, this sort of rapper from Boston. I like her at the moment, and then I've just been listening to some like old school electronic stuff like Tangerine Dream.
Yeah.
And then I was just listening to Dresden Dolls a minute ago, so I don't know, I'm just sort of listening to whatever takes my fancy.
Yeah, cool. What film would you like to remake if you were a film director?
I'd like to kind of, I couldn't do it better, but my favourite film is this film called Smithereens, and it's set in New York in the 70s. And it's just about this girl who's trying to break into the music industry. And I've always sort of wanted to do something like that. But it's such a good film that it would just be really hard to remake it.
That's the thing, because remakes are generally rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's also that time period, you know, it's just kind of like captures the New York in the 70s, and it's not like that anymore, so you couldn't do it.
Here's one for you. What's your favourite type of soft drink?
Soft drink. I do like this German drink called Bionada, which is kind of like a sort of like really weird flavours like kiwi and I don't know, some kind of mixed kiwi and apple or things like that.
Oh, wow. So are you based in London now, or are you based in Germany as well, or?
No, based in London.
Yeah.
You know, Sue's still got her flat in Berlin, so she lives in London really.
Right.
But we just recorded our last album there, so I got used to all the stuff that they were selling in the shops.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Stuff.
If you could star in any TV show, what would you like to star in?
A TV show? I'd like to be in a comedy show. I'd like to kind of like maybe be in an episode of Seinfeld or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Because the scripts are so hilarious.
Did you see Curb Your Enthusiasm when Seinfeld, they kind of did like a Seinfeld...
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm all in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Anything like that, just like really good comedy.
Did you enjoy... do you kind of get noticed a lot when you're in the street? Do people come up to you a lot?
No.
No?
Never.
I thought they would.
Sometimes kind of like sort of teenage girls might notice me if I'm with Sue, and then it's kind of like there's context. So I don't think we really get noticed separately. But when we're together, people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't have any real weird stalker fans, anything?
No, not really. I've got some quite kind of, intense fans, but not anyone really stalking, no.
That's good. That's good. Are you a fan of Facebook and Twitter and all that?
Well, I'm quite into Twitter. I have real moments of kind of like quite enjoying it and just but I don't really know what you're supposed to be putting on there, so I just write kind of quite inane rubbish. And
I think that's what most people do, really.
Today, and then some links on there that are a bit more informative. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I like it, and I like following other people. Like I follow like Yoko Ono, and who else do I follow? And Deepak Chopra. And I like all their things because they kind of like each day they say something wise, and it just makes me go, oh, okay, yeah.
You don't want to know when people just say, I'm just having my breakfast.
No, they say kind of like, I mean, she says really kind of weird things like, go into a room in your house and shout in the room, feel the vibrations, or stuff like that. And you just, okay. So, yeah, I like Twitter for that, but I mean, Facebook kind of, they all sort of like wind me up because they're a bit like an addiction.
Oh God, yeah, Facebook, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which band would you like to work with?
Well, we're going to work with MSI on a song that we're writing for our album, because we kind of like supported them on tour, so I'm really up for working with them. That'll be cool. And we, I don't know, we might be working with Peaches. She was going to supposedly do some production on our album, but she's so busy. So, yeah, I'd like to work with her. Who else? I don't know. Amanda Palmer. Yeah, that would be good. From Dresden Dolls. Yeah. Yeah, that's a few to get on with.
Yeah, totally. I was going to ask you as well, which three bands would you like to see play in a big super group?
Well, us. It would have to be us with two other bands. But we kind of like, we had a good tour with our mates in Scream Club, and we were kind of like, they did a remix for us on Wake Up, which is our new single. And at the last song, we kind of all got on stage together, and so